This is Mariah. Say hi.
Hi.
All right. Tell them what your favorite here is at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. It has to be chili dogs.
Of
Cheeseburgers.
course. Yeah, the cheeseburgers are the best.
Are they?
Yeah.
Now, what do you put on your fries?
Chili and cheese, for
Nice,
sure.
nice.
You have to.
You have to. All right, listen, thank you so much. He's actually going to shoot the video upcoming in just a couple of moments, so I appreciate everything you did today.
Thank you.
All right, and remember, folks, this is the place to come for the holidays. And the Papa family wouldn't mind me, but, you know, I'm all about brands, folks, and I'm not kidding you. I'm at one of your 9 neighborhood Coons markets, or wherever I see the great Schwabel's name. I absolutely love what they do there. And, of course, you got to have these for the incredible hamburger and those fish sandwiches that they do here. And, yes, it's all about within the family. Italiano. I love this bread as well, too. I'm going to talk to Jeff Bertoni now. And when he's not here, or at Cabela's, or maybe at Dick's Sporting Goods, Mr. Stack's wonderful establishment that actually started as an outdoor gear shop many years ago. And, of course, Field and Stream that he loves in Cranberry. He's working hard. Teresa, of course, his wife, their lovely daughter. Lou Gentile, his father-in-law, who we all know and love so much from CSI Investigators. 25 years member of the state police, former DEA head in the state of Pennsylvania. He, too, is gathering his brothers, Billy and Ron, this weekend, and his lovely wife, Carol, and his daughters and their grandchildren to enjoy a little Thanksgiving of their own. He's out in the great outdoors doing something, and he will be out there coming up Monday because it is the first day of deer season. Talk to me about why this just continues to be one of the biggest days. And here's the thing, too. You want to get a good breakfast before you head to the woods. This is where you come. A lot of these great Brighton hot dog shops do just that. Sausage and eggs and bacon and pancakes and French toast. Yeah, folks, I know the whole menu. And you've got to check for the one nearest you that actually does that. But why do you think this is such a big deal? I mean, I'm not even a hunter, but I absolutely love it.
It's just tradition. That's what families do. They get together and they went hunting over the holiday weekend. That's what you do. I couldn't imagine it. I can't remember a time that we didn't go hunting. Even on Thanksgiving morning, we went hunting pheasants on Thanksgiving morning.
You need to pull some strings because I'd like to do some of these videos, or maybe Mr. Stack will let us up at that beautiful place that is Field and Stream. I've been in there. I just want to focus on that for a minute. They all do great work. You know, you can go to Walmart and get your license. They've got wonderful stuff there too. But when I think of the outdoors, my heart is with Mr. Stack and the folks at Dick's Sporting Goods. I've got a long relationship with them. But Field and Stream is absolutely incredible.
Oh, I mean, the hunting industry it's a multi-million-dollar industry. I mean, you think of these people who, I mean, they have 2 network TV shows, the Outdoor Channel and the Sportsman's Channel, but that's all they do is it's hunting, fishing, ATVs, shooting and firearms. That's all they play.
Listen, I knew it was getting close to deer season because I saw my friend Tommy Kibler in Monaco walking in his fatigues. Yes, he's got his beautiful fatigues ready to go. Camouflage and gear. They've even got camouflage Brighton Hot Dog Shop sweatshirts here and t-shirts. You may want to check those out. All that stuff's important. So let's talk about beginning with checking and prepping your gear. Go ahead.
Make sure you got to check your gear before the season starts. Make sure you have everything. I sometimes run into a bad habit where I leave things in a backpack from the year before, and then you think you have it. You take a different bag, and then you don't have it. Just think of everything you need to do. A lot of times, I'll make a checkoff list. Like when we go away for the weekend or for the week or whatever, I'll make a checkoff list and have it, and I can go down the list and cross it off as I make sure it's in my pack, that I have it packed up when I leave. Especially like now, a lot of people going up to camp this weekend. That's not a bad idea to have a little check-off list.
Now, something else, too, Lou, Sweet Lou, is actually going to go hunting this year, and the key is sight in your rifle. Has he sighted in his rifle?
He's sighted in his rifle. He has a new scope that isn't broke this year. I hooked him all up. I fixed everything up for him. I actually took him to the range.
Nice.
Got him to shoot it. We're all good to go, but that's a very important thing. You don't want to, as important as to sight it in so that you can actually harvest that animal, but you don't want to make a bad shot on an animal. The better thing is to miss rather than make a bad shot.
Make it humane. Let's talk about after the shot. What do you do with the deer? Jeff Bertoni, the great American outdoorsman.
One thing I will say this year with a lot of the chronic wasting disease we have in this area now, I was reading some things off the Game Commission website, and they said one of the important things to do is wear your rubber or latex gloves when you're field dressing your animal this year to help prevent. I don't know, I'm not the doctor behind it or anything, but my assumption is that if you have cuts or anything on your hands, that you're not getting that blood into your body.
And something
So
else you
you
got to
don't
be
get sick.
really concerned about are deer ticks too. Make sure that you check before you head back into the house.
Yes,
right?
yes. You know, want to check. A lot of what you find, we've been finding are wood ticks, not the deer ticks that they carry Lyme disease, but nonetheless, you know, with the mild winters that we've been having, it's not killing them off, and you know, that's important. You know, we were hunting early muzzleloader season and archery season, and you know, you shoot a deer. It's what do you do with it? It's 75 degrees. We talked about this a week or so ago. You got to cool the meat down. You know, we're stuffing bags of ice in it. Get the hide off as soon as you can, and get it to somewhere that either you process it and get it in a refrigerator, or take it somewhere to have it hung in a cooler.
Listen, prepare your gear and your outfit for the weather. Got a balmy day in western Pennsylvania today. We had a high around 52 according to AccuWeather. But I am a big fan of colder weather and snow. Not a lot of it, good for tracking, but look, you got to have colder weather. And if you do, which most cases you do the first day of deer season, you got to be ready.
You got to be ready. You know, dress in layers. Especially, you know, a lot of people going away this weekend. You know, you take a bunch of layers with you. If it's 50 degrees, you can shed some. If it's 20 degrees, you can put a couple on. But that's very important, and you stay warmer that way.
Jeff Bertoni, the Great American Outdoorsman. Safety, finger off the trigger, muzzle in safe direction, and know your target and beyond.
Those are the 3 rules of firearm safety. Got to know those. You know, always treat every weapon as it's loaded. But you know, more than just firearm safety is, you know, you're in a tree stand, wear your your tree stand harness, and
You like doing that? Or you
out of a tree stand?
Yeah.
That's the only way to hunt. I don't, not so much with a rifle.
Why
I
is
like
that
to
the only way to hunt?
You see so much better. There's a big advantage on being able to see. But
now, if I could teach a deer to climb a tree, that would really be interesting, wouldn't it? Hey, talk about knowing where you're hunting. We just talked about this on the radio a couple of weeks ago. Wildlife Management Unit, and you're in the antler restriction in that area. What this all means? Explain that.
Yeah, the state's broken up into wildlife management units now for deer season, and it's important to know which one you're in because the antler restriction may be different. You know, in 2B you can hunt, you can shoot does this week coming up. In 2A you can't. If you cross one road, you can be in a different area where the laws are a little bit different. So you want to make sure you're on the good side.
And also, know where you can shoot those firearms permitted in what area and what county and what part of this great state. Right?
In certain, like Allegheny County, shotgun only, but as soon as you cross that line to Beaver County, it's open season with rifle, even though you're in the same wildlife management unit. So,
all right, if there was one piece of gear, Field and Stream, and I said, okay, here, take my charge card and get yourself whatever you want, what would it be? Dream list. One thing for Jeff Bertoni that even your father-in-law could not handle. This is just for you.
I'm going to say one of the most important things I think is a good pack. Whether it be a backpack, a fanny pack, whatever you prefer. The right size. They make them all different shapes, sizes, colors, mount different ways, what have you. I think a good pack, that way you can get all your gear in, make it simple on yourself, and it makes it easy on yourself to pack it in anyways.
And don't forget, the PA Game Commission has a cookbook showing all sorts of great recipes to cook your venison. And now for the Great American Outdoorsman, Jeff Bertoni. This is Rob Pratt. Stay with us, talking a little sports with Michael Garr next at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop, Vanport Beaver. Good evening.